Hey, what's going on, everyone? Just going to do, as promised, the single missile technology test. And do we see an increase? And kind of what stemmed this one was, I saw a couple of players in Discord stating that they don't ever use the attack rate because it doesn't work, and they don't put any technology into that, and other things don't work. And so I finally said, you know what, that would actually be a good video. And so I did do the main gun test, and I think everybody was really surprised on that test. And so, as promised, I said I'd do the missile, and then I would do the wing gun, just so that we know, hey, are the technologies working or are they not? And so, for the sake of the game, again, I am going to reset my technology so you guys don't have to waste your diamonds. And I always like to do these first off just to get a base. And I keep hearing this thing too, that hey, your first run with the Legion boss is not going to be your highest score. And I think after doing these tests, I'm going to do just a straight test, no technology, 5 runs on the same boss, and let's just see what an average is. And let's see if your first run is always your weaker, or if your last run's gonna, and we'd have to do that several times. But I've heard it over and over and over and over that, oh, you're not really getting the right test because your second Legion boss is always going to be your highest. Or so maybe we can do a video on that. And so I am going to go here real quick and just show you guys. I do these tests with Freya because she doesn't have really any weapon value. I think she's probably the best one for me, again, because she's not going to really, add or decrease something weapon value wise. And right here, let's go to the event. And again, I like to use the Legion boss because we have 5 different attempts at doing this, and it just kind of, makes it a general. Now again, guys, these are general videos. You can get a different score every time you play this. I mean, there is critical hits, there is dodge, there is a lot of different factors here within the game that, I don't think you'll ever get exactly the same score, every single time. These are general videos. Do we see an increase? Do we see a decrease as a generalized view of this? And again, I'm not a real big fan of the numbers, because if you're talking numbers, you're going to do the same thing. You can talk all the numbers you want, but the bottom line here is those numbers are going to change because we don't know what the critical hit's going to be. We don't know, there's a lot of little factors into this. But just remember, guys, these are generalized videos, and don't take it too serious. And here's the other thing, though. Since I opened up this channel, I think a lot of people have gotten really different aspects and views on how to play this game and what you can do. And don't hesitate to try it yourself. Make your own video, do your own comparison. And that's what it's about. We're just here trying to help each other, and trying to help each other understand the game, and put some of the myths behind us. And what is working, what doesn't work, were they right in Discord? And so here's going to be an important way I'm going to play this. And notice I'm playing a little bit further back. I'm not going to use what I call the Conqueror Blast or the Transformation, whatever you guys want to call it. And I do like my straight shot with the Gold Conqueror, especially because it does give a little bit more damage. So each time we do this, we are going to play this the exact same. And, somebody brought the attention, especially with the Gold Conqueror and the missiles, that by playing back, if you notice how they go straight up, they launch 3 different sets of missiles going straight up. And so by rushing up on to the Titan and rushing up on, there's a potential that we can lose points. And one of my teammates pointed that out. And so I think that's a really, really cool tip, especially if you're using the Gold Conqueror. I'm not really quite sure about the other missiles. I'm sure it probably would work about the same. It's given it a little bit more time to launch versus being, up in the middle or the top of the screen. So little tip there that, one of my good teammates pointed out to me. So 58.8 is our base. And so we will go to technology, and let's do, okay, so here we go back to the numbers thing, and I said this in the main gun video. So 50% base attack. What in God's name does that mean? I mean, really, guys, what does that mean? Does that mean I'm going to get a 50% increase to my score that I just got a base off of? Because I know that's not going to be true. And so if that's not true, what is 50% base attack mean? I mean, how do we know that's working? Where are the numbers from the number guys on how that actually works versus just playing the game? And so right there is just a little confusing to me. And again, that's why I don't get super wrapped up into the XYZ equals elemental P and all the sheets and different things like that. I'd rather just let's make a video and we will be able to tell ourselves, did we get an increase or didn't we? For me, that's good enough. But here is our base attack. And again, let's do the event. And we'll pretty much set everything up again. Try to make this as fair as possible. I don't, try to do anything outlandish and, oh, that one was better because I did this, or, let's just try to keep this really simple and to the point. And of course, we are doing the missile test, so we are pumping up that missile. So let's just see what happens here. And I have actually done this video. This is my third time, and I keep messing it up, guys. The first time I did it, I forgot to turn the mic on, and it was a really good test, and I realized I forgot to turn my mic on. The second time, I used the transformation, and I was rushing up on the event boss here, and I just didn't think that it was a fair enough test. So when I do these tests, I try not to do anything too special. I try to do everything almost the same way, and I realized, don't do any of that and just do it straight up. And so again, no transformations, no nothing, pretty close to the same way. So we really do have a value out of this. And I do appreciate all you guys' comments. I do appreciate all you guys' thumbs ups, and I appreciate the subscribers. I mean, really, I try to subscribe back to anybody that comes to this channel, just saying thanks. And if I've missed somebody, please let me know, because I would love to give you a subscribe back for just saying, hey, we're friends. Now, the other thing about this, guys, is I said it earlier, don't hesitate to try this yourself. I think that was the cool part about this channel, was showing people that we can do some type of testing. We can get some real answers from this. And right there, guys, so the base attack does work. There it is. So the base attack does work. I mean, that's several billion from our initial no technologies. And does it work? Yes, it does. Was it 50%? Because like I said, I don't know what that 50% exactly means, but there is an increase. And yes, the missile base does work. And so we will do the same thing. For the sake of the game, guys, I'm going to use my diamonds. And so we just did the base attack. Now this is the one that started me on this one specifically. As I had somebody in Discord tell me, oh, the attack rate does not work. They were surefire, argumentative, and they knew for a fact that the attack rate didn't work. And I was just scratching my head, like, how do you know that? And here is the other thing, guys. And this was the argument too. Well, you're in your Gold Conqueror, and those technologies apply to you differently than me being in my ship, and this and that and this and that. And let me tell you what, guys, that is 1000% a myth. Nowhere in the technologies does this say this applies to a physical ship, a physical weapon, an energy weapon, or an energy ship. And that is totally false. This will apply to any ship or any weapons that you are using. So do not let somebody tell you, their setup is, because it's different than yours, is the technology is not going to work. And that is absolutely false. The weapon, or the main gun one that I did in the Hard Rock on purpose, just to prove that, okay, I'm not in my Gold Conqueror. And did we see an increase? Yes, we did. Of course we did. So that's silly right there. And I just want to put a myth a fact to that myth is not true. Increase attack rate. So here we go. Does this work for missiles? So I'm going to upgrade this all the way. And we will do the same thing here. All right, okay, everything's the same. And, this one is the big question. And again, how I started doing this video. And that also reminds me, I mean, if you guys have any ideas or, you want me to try something, or I have no problems doing it. I don't mind spending my diamonds. So, no big deals to me. But again, guys, don't be afraid to try something different. Don't be afraid to question if something's not working. If something's not working, a lot of these videos for me is, hopefully Wing Fighter and Minigame is coming over and looking at these saying, okay, these players aren't dumb. They're starting to catch on, and hey, maybe we didn't know something wasn't working. Maybe they really didn't know. Who knows? But, it's still a fun game, even if I find something that's not working. We can say it feels like we're being cheated, and to a degree we are, but at the same time, maybe they don't know. So I'll give them the little bit of the benefit of the doubt. I still enjoy the game regardless of, finding the faults and finding the pluses. I mean, kind of having fun just doing that, if you want to know the truth. So it's still a cool game, it's still fun. So don't let any of this discourage you. Just, if anything, let it encourage you to, put pressure on Wing Fighter here to make it right. And so right there, guys, that attack rate is just, it works. Good God, does it work. So whoever's not applying technology to your missile attack rate is just absolutely out of their minds. Does it work? So far, it's better than the base attack. So yes, it works. Look there. I mean, that's incredible. To hear everybody saying, "Oh, it doesn't work." I mean, that right there is stunning. It really is. So let's go back, and again, for the sake of the game and sake of you guys, let's just keep testing the rest of these so that we know if they work or they don't. Again, everybody has that question if some of the stuff is working or not, and we'll just put an ends to it. So increase missile critical rate. Does it work? Should that be more powerful than the attack rate? I think it should be. I mean, if it's critical rate and we're getting bigger hits and damages to it, I would think so. But that's my opinion before actually really getting into this. But I guess we're going to find out, and that's what I love about this. Instead of arguing or getting bad advice, or we can just make a video. And so we'll do this the same way. All right. So I don't discredit Discord, but I just think a lot of players get stuck in their own ways and their own want to be facts that aren't facts. And again, I just found myself being really suppressed against the number guys in Discord. Again, 1, 2, 3 equals XYZ, and it's like, how do you know that actually is true? Do you have a video? Oh, it's true. It's true. Wing Fighter told us it's true. It's on the sheet. And again, I don't get into it like that at all, guys. I don't believe it. Again, you can play the level, a couple different times, and you're going to get a little bit different of a result. So when I make these videos, they are general videos of does it work or not. So don't take it so literal, and I don't care about the numbers like that. So I appreciate if you're really smart into the game like that, but I think you can prove to yourself that those numbers probably aren't right if you do your own video testing. All right. Okay, well, not bad. I mean, does it work? Yeah. Yeah, it's working. Again, the surprise here is the attack rate. Wow. But does critical damage work? It is. And so, let's do it again. And so the big boy here, the critical damage. Now again, critical damage. That, and here we go again with the 50%, guys. 50%. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that again. But 50% critical damage. I would suspect that this would be, you know, the king of the technology on your missile. But, you know, I guess we won't know until we actually do this. And so if I, you know, had to put my money on it before knowing any of this, I would say the critical damage would be, you know, the one to go after. And again, your main gun video that I did, the main gun video that I did, the critical damage was the king of that one, which I was really surprised about. So, and not really surprised, but in proof, it's just good to know. So, but here we go. Last one, guys. Let's see what happens. And we can put some of these myths in the past, and we have raw proof. We don't have to argue with somebody. If somebody's saying it doesn't work, well, there's the video. Go test it yourself. And I wouldn't be surprised if somebody says, I don't believe the video. It's just kind of the world we live in, and no big deals. No need in arguing about this game. We're supposed to have fun, encourage each other, and help each other get a higher score. And, you know, that should be the fun part about this, is just helping others out and taking advice. Shoot, I have great team members that are giving me advice all the time. Like I said, you know, the whole little missile thing was brought to my attention, you know, not too long ago, and I've been playing this a while. So I'm still learning. I'm still learning new techniques, and don't stop learning. And don't get stuck in your ways, guys. Try something new. Try a different pilot. You might be surprised on the result. Again, don't take everything in Discord or from somebody else literal without doing your own testing and your own little fact, or, you know, finding a page like this or other pages that are, you know, putting it on the line saying, well, here you go. Screw the numbers and let's put it on the line and we'll see what the real number is. Okay, guys, well, critical damage is pretty much neck and neck, you know, give or take a little bit with the attack rate. But again, the attack rate is the big surprise out of this for me. The attack rate. Again, the elusive attack rate that, you know, a lot of players say doesn't work. Well, here it is, guys. Here it is. No more guessing and no more taking bad advice. So, really cool video. I'm glad I did this, and I will do the wing gun the same way. I will do the wing gun with the attack enhanced on the wing gun, so nobody can say, hey, you didn't attack enhance it, and, you know. So, I'm looking forward to doing that one with you guys also, but here is the Missle Technology single test that everybody's been waiting for, and I wanted to see. Again, I do appreciate you guys. Leave a comment, give a thumbs up, and again, if you subscribe, I do try to subscribe back to you. And I, again, just really appreciate you guys. And last but least, what I always say in my videos at the end, have fun, guys. Just have fun. Okay, till the next video.